Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lakota East High School, your home of the Thunderhawks. This afternoon in the Hawks Nest, we have a special treat with ladies Hawk lacrosse team taking on Miamisburg Vikings. I'm Dave Royf in the booth today with my partner Jim Wallbank. Jim, welcome to the booth. What do you think we'll see out of these two teams today?
For Miamisburg, they're sitting right in the middle of the standings of the Greater Western Ohio Conference. They've got to play the juggernaut that is Springboro every year with Caroline Ling, who leads the state in goals, points, in just about every offensive category. East, they are playing without their star defender, Avery Butts, injured for the rest of the year. And then also out with Poppy Wallbank for today, who's leading with points, which is goals and assists. But they still have Addie Daly, Amelia Lauber, who are high in the standings. They can make anything happen on offense.
There we see the head coach for the Vikings and the girls taking the field. And yeah, Jim, the East is 7-6 overall, 5-3 in the conference, coming off a big win off of their rival Lakota West on Thursday night, 12-10 after being down, 4 or 5 points there, and a big win comeback there for them. Miamisburg, you said up in the Dayton area, yeah, they're looking pretty good too, 7-6. They've got a 2-game win streak. They won Thursday night over Oakwood, 12-9. So, folks, this is no ordinary game tonight or this afternoon, but in the East Way fashion, they're hosting the first ever charity game supporting local Alzheimer's. As you'll see the shirts that the girls are wearing on the sidelines, specially made up by one of those teammates. Jim's daughter, Poppy Wallbank, designed these shirts. And they did this for the first time ever. Charity event. All proceeds today are going to the Alzheimer's Association. They've got raffles. They're selling T-shirts. Just a special event here at the Hawks Nest on a great Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, we still got time for those raffles. The drawing's not occurring until after the end of the third quarter. So we got time to still come down. We got lots of great prizes.
So if you're at home watching this, text somebody, tell them to get over towards the concession stand there and get your tickets in. So as we saw the face-off here, the weather's great, a little balmy. You'll see the flags and the balloons blowing here, the purple and white here, all for Alzheimer's Association.
Looks like he's got a penalty of some sort, setting up a free possession shot on the 8-meter for Miamisburg. And the ball was checked out. Goalie Caroline King scooped it up, looking to clear.
And today, guys, we're going to help you out. This is a little different than most sports, and even different between the boys and the girls game. And so that's why I have my ace up here in the booth with me, Jim, who is a expert. He's our Gene Sartorio on all things rules for lacrosse. So the ball goes out of bounds there on East. Miamisburg ball. Vikings in the blue, and the Hawks wearing the white with custom-made purple headband, hair ties there today, for again, Alzheimer's Association and the recognition there.
All right, so East cleared the ball on their offensive end, looking to set up some sort of offensive play.
And Jim, just for those who are watching online there, the 30-yard line is the cutoff on the girls' game, right? So that's where the defense has to stop. Only middies and attacks are up front there in the offensive zone. So that's you'll hear us talk about offsides at the 30. You'll see girls running back and forth through there, standing back. That's why they're hanging out there. So Hawks on the move here, trying to make the attack, go back behind the goal. We call that X as they dodge in. Looking for Amelia there with the ball. And Hawks being patient on the offense. I like seeing this, Jim. We don't always see them being so patient. They did a really good job with this Thursday night against West. They took their patience and a shot and a stop by the Vikings.
Amelia Lauber with that shot.
And a big clear by the goalie goes way up there. Defense on the side by Rebecca Royce. As the Vikings are now bringing it into the offensive zone quickly. There's some gazelles running through there. And now the Vikings set up their offense, and the Hawks go on defense.
In the girls' game, limited contact is what is supposed to occur, but there's always some incidental and just establishing positions, very similar to basketball.
And there is a no-go inside that goal crease. If you can pick up that gray line in front of the goalie, that's a circle around the goal. That's the crease that both sides, defense and offense, have to stay out of as the Vikings try to dodge in there, and the Hawks are doing a good job defending. So we'll probably shout out a couple of the defensemen. Samantha Sharp there, 23. Talked about Rebecca Royce, number 20. We got Reese Smith, 1 in there, and the Vikings toss that long and go out of bounds, so Hawks ball.
See what East can do on the transition, moving it up on the field to get past that 30.
Oh, a little too high there. Hot pass on that right-hand side. And the ball goes out the back. So that'll be Vikings ball. They'll go to their goalie, which is typical on a change of possession behind the goal there. Goalie starts things off. Oh, there's a missed catch, and that's going to be a turnover for the Vikings as the Hawks will start here just at midfield here, and then over the 30 into the offensive zone. So we'll shout out a couple of our offensive players here. That's Kaya Lamb. And trying to see if there's a shot, goes wide. Number 6, Callie Gherkin chasing after that one.
In lacrosse, the closest person to the ball when it goes out of bounds on a shot, they get possession. So as an offensive unit, you're trying to back up your shot so that way you keep possession. You're going to get that ball back every time.
Gherkin with the ball over to Amelia Lauber, then to Addie Daly. Addie had a big game down at the school down south as she had numerous goals. We'll pick up her stats here in a minute from that game. So now she there's a foul, Jim, for shooting space, right? And she'll start off at the 8-meter.
Yeah, it was probably on a...
And a shot and a goal by the Hawks. And there's our first goal of the game at the 6:20 mark. Goal by Addie Daly.
Yeah, the Hawks are able to finally shake that slow start, able to finally find the back of the net with that shot. It was set up on a foul, so 8-meter, looked like it was either a push or a stick through the sphere, which you can't get the stick too close to a girl's face for safety reasons. So that allowed us to get that foul and get that shot off.
So Alyssa Cleveland will go into the face-off circle there at midfield for the Hawks.
The draw circle.
Draw circle.
Boys is face-off, girls is draw. There we go. East got possession.
And Addie takes it down. Those are draw controls, right, stat-wise, after the draw.
That is correct.
And I think Miss Daly ranks right up there for draw controls. Number 5 in the GMC with 55 of those, and she'll add to those stats today. As she attacks in there, takes a shot, and goal by number 5, Addie Daly again. So that's 2 for her today already.
Shook a couple defenders down low along the crease, able to dodge through that traffic and get the shot off.
So with 5:46 left here in the first, Hawks are up 2-0. And Alyssa will go back to the draw. See the replay here, Jim. Take it away as at.
Yeah, that was the goal before where she took her 8-meter.
Yep. On that pre-possession. So now the Hawks trying to win this draw down along the sidelines here as Madeline Still is fighting for that ball, number 7. And 27 down there in the corner.
Miamisburg is able to scoop it up. And we're going back the other way.
So Hawks have a turnover after they got possession.
So let's see how the Hawks ride does, see if they're able to get a turnover.
There it is. There's the long pass, turnover at midfield. And Jim, talk about where the girls, you watch the boys game, there's a lot of physical contact with the ball. The girls are allowed to check with a cross vertical stick, not horizontal.
Correct, yeah. Boys are completely padded up, so pretty much all contact goes, with a few exceptions. With girls, there's no pads, no helmets. So they're really trying to protect the player and make sure nobody gets injured. So there are rules considering what kind of contact they're able to make. Incidental contact, usually allowed, a little bit of bumping, but anything that's going to take a player off their track, that's usually going to be a flag.
Kaya Lamb with the ball over to Alyssa. Yes, they do wear goggles. And there's another shot and goal by Addie Daly, and I think that's a assist by number 11, Alyssa Cleland, with the pass to her right outside the crease. And Addie just hitting those stats today. That's 3 now.
Yep. Addie with the early hat trick, able to get the offense moving for the East Hawks. We'll see if she keeps it with a hot hand or if they pass the ball around a little bit.
So yeah, Jim, we're talking about the girls wear goggles. When the guys zoom in on that, you'll see the wire goggles that they wear. I'd love for them to go to all helmets. I think that's a huge safety thing when someone's swinging around a metal stick around your head. So maybe something Ohio High School will do here down the road. But yeah, the rules are completely different, like you said, because of the lack of equipment that the girls wear.
Yeah,
same way with the hands too. I always say they're swinging. They can take slashes on the arms and the wrist, and these girls have the battle bruises to show it sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of the rules are in place in order to protect the players. So we're making sure that there's no dangerous shots. Nobody's trying to hit each other with the ball or the stick. So trying to minimize that as much as possible.
Foul there on East, and they start out at the 12-meter line there, as you saw them a little bit further out. Springboro with a bad pass, and now number 39, Izzy, scoops it up. We like to say she is a freshman, one of the few on the varsity team. And playing strong here is number 6, Kyla Gherkin, brings it in.
Yeah, Izzy came in after the injury to Avery Butts, where she's now out for the season with a knee injury. Freshman Izzy Derrickson's come in and helped fill that hole, and she's done a good job with it being her first year of high school play.
Absolutely, and that was a huge blow to the Hawks.
That right there, we had a shooting space call. That's where the person with the ball had the opportunity to shoot, and there was somebody standing further than a stick length away in front of the goal. So they stopped that play for safety reasons, bring it out to the 8, and we'll get a free possession shot.
Alyssa takes that free possession shot, goes a little wide alley. Daly picks it up, shoots again, and boy, she's on fire with another goal. And
right spot, right time for Addie, scooping up that ball right in front of the goal and
absolutely
putting it in right behind the goalie.
Just like in basketball, sometimes you get that junk rebound, and she was in the right place at the right time, like you said, Jim, and goalie was still turned, and easy pickings for Addie Daly for her 4th goal now.
4-0 Hawks, 3:04 left in the first quarter. Game is moving right along.
And Coach Jacques.
It's a beautiful day.
Awesome day for lacrosse out here. If you're sitting on the couch, come on over to the Hawks Nest and check it out. And again, all for a great cause today, and the Alzheimer's Association and the longest day, as the Hawks win that draw as well. Madeline Still carries it into the zone. Finds Amelia Lauber. Amelia, just a junior. A lot of juniors out here, Jim, including both of our own out there. So Addie's a junior, Amelia's a junior, so things are looking bright for the future here for the Lady Hawks as well.
Yeah, I coached a lot of these girls back in middle school. We had a big 8th grade class. I think at one point 19 girls that were 8th graders. A lot of them moved up, stayed with lacrosse, and it's showing some dividends for the Hawks now.
Absolutely, and then you've got kids like my own who caught the fever of lacrosse late here in their high school years, and got several juniors that are only in their 2nd year here starting on the varsity squad. So they're just only going to get better. As there's a nice dodge and shot by Amelia, and she gets on the scoreboard and brings it to 5-0 Hawks with a goal. Here you go, Jim. You'll see the replay here. Addie over.
Nice little dump. Dodges underneath the traffic. Goes right toward the goal.
Shot and score. So back to the draw circle there. You can see it's a little breezy there. You can see the ladies' shirts blowing in the wind. making it nice and comfortable out there on the field today.
Yeah, we've got a lot of balloons up for the Alzheimer's game, and unfortunately some of those balloons, they are probably up near Monroe at this point in time.
Yeah.
The wind's taking them.
Yes. Yeah, great job by the parents supporting this event too, getting out here early, getting signs up, getting the balloons up, getting all the hair bows made up for the game, and just, you know, hats off to the whole Lady Hawks lacrosse program here for hosting this event today, and of course Miamisburg for coming down to play in it as well. They thought they were just coming down for a non-conference game and found out that they're in a part of a special event and are going to be on TV, so hopefully some of their fans and family are watching or be able to get to watch this later on Westchester Cable TV. A shout out to them for being here today, and the boys up on the roof giving us these great shots.
Shot by Alyssa Cleland, a little high there on the net, goes out of bounds. Hawks were the closest when it went out, so they retain possession.
So I think Gherkin has the ball back there at X behind the net. Goes to Addie Daly. She's looking around to jog and add to that total. Oh.
Little check there. Goes towards the body. It's a little bit dangerous since the girls aren't wearing pads. So that's why they're calling it. So they're moving Addie back to the dot. What we call the dot. It's 5 meters behind the goal line. And it just allows the offense to set up without giving them an unfair advantage.
That goes over to Kenzie Lamb.
Oh, there we go. We got a push on the Hawks. Miamisburg gets the ball.
And a turnover. So there's a nice ground ball scoop by the Hawks. One of the areas that the Hawks struggle with a bit at times is those ground ball scoops, and they've gotten better with time. There's a wild scoop by both teams, and it goes straight to the goalie. She scoops it up. Well, that's a nice
clear to
pick up.
Witt.
Yeah. She
potato.
comes to the ball to get that. So just under 30 seconds here in the first as Miamisburg trying to get it into the offensive zone and don't have numbers right now as the Hawks are defending pretty well today. As Reese is on that defense. Reese Smith over there. And that's the end of one. So, Jim, at the end of one, we're at 5-0 Hawks. And we'll be right back. Hawks are up 5-0 against the Miamisburg Vikings here on Charity Day, Jim. So today Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hawks Nest as your Lady Hawks are up 5-0 over the Miamisburg Vikings on a special day today, Jim, on Charity Day, as the Lady Hawks are recognizing the Alzheimer's Association, and everything today is purple and white.
Yeah, they're trying to bring awareness, raise money, all the money from the ticket sales to the gate. We've got raffle baskets, selling T-shirts, taking donations, anything we can get to help out.
Everything to find the cure for Alzheimer's, and which is near and dear to my heart, is one of my best special friends. Tim Coley suffers from this, and his wife is here in attendance with my wife, and we're going to shout out to a few other ones that the girls are playing for. They gave us a list of who they are playing for. Alyssa Cleveland playing for Aunt Betty, Samantha Sharp playing for Aunt Sue and Aunt Betty, Poppy Wallbank for Uncle Joe, Amelia Lauber for Uncle Alan. We'll get a few more of those in. But we also wanted to talk about all those proceeds, like you said, Jim, custom T-shirts that were designed by your daughter, Poppy Wallbank, for today's event. But I want a special shout-out to Westchester for streaming this today, but also to Story Point Living. They made a big donation towards this. They have a lot of patients that suffer from this disease. Headline Sports, who did all the T-shirts for today, and donated part of that as the cost, so that we could reduce the cost there. And the girls selling these T-shirts, great T-shirts, folks. Purple and white. I'm sure we'll have some extra if you're not here in the stadium. Just get a hold of the lacrosse coach, Jacques, or you can get a hold of us, Dave Royce, and we'll make sure we can find you one of those. But yeah, special event here on a Saturday afternoon. The weather is awesome. And just going to shout out for a few more of these ladies, Lady Hawks, that recognize people that are near and dear to them. Caroline Keene, who's in the goal, is playing for Aunt Tina. Abby Umpton, she'll probably see some time in the crease too, playing for Grandma Grease. Mia Parks got Grandma Fushin down here. These are all people that these kids know that have this disease, and playing for them today. So as we get ready to start the second quarter, Hawks up 5-0 so far, and it's pretty much been an Addie Daly show here. Addie's got 4 out of those 5. She's on fire, but I'll tell you what, selfish girl there, the last session down there, looking for her teammates, trying to pick up that apple now and get the assist as she's sharing the ball around, as the Vikings will get that draw and try to get over the 30 into the offensive zone. There's a bad pass that Reese Smith is going to scoop up and take it behind the net. She zips it up to number 7. Maddie Still takes it, and she races down the sidelines, trying to get to that 30 inside the offensive zone, and then they'll set up their offense. So I see Aurora Hutchings is in the game now. She's actually got the ball right now. Senior captain. She sends it over to Alyssa, who's also a senior captain.
Hawks are being patient when they're holding the ball on offense. They're keeping it out of Miamisburg's hands, so they're just taking their time, trying to set something up.
Miamisburg looks like they're playing maybe a man-to-man, Jim, there on the defense. There's a slip of the stick there as Amelia loses the ball. Vikings take it, and quickly recovery with a nice pick up on the ground ball there. So Kaya Lamb has that. Hands that over to
18, Aurora Hutchings. Nice feed from Kaya Lamb.
Aurora Hutchings.
Open Aurora right in the middle, able to find that top corner of the net.
In the game, and quickly a goal for the Hawks, and that makes it 6-0 here early in the second. So Aurora getting into the game and getting on the board very quickly. So again, folks, you know, we're here on a Saturday afternoon, a special treat, ladies lacrosse. As now Aurora goes into the draw circle. Again, different draw than the boys. They go all the way to the ground, right?
Yeah, boys are on the ground on their face-offs. Girls call it a draw. They're standing up. Got Maddie Stills able to scoop that up, get it control. Oh, a little bit of an errant pass. Miamisburg's got it now.
So as we initially had that draw control.
Quick whistle. Girls' stick was too close to the head of one of the Miamisburg players, so they were able to set up for a pass. But turnover. East had it for a second, and they've got it again.
So that's Amelia over there with the ball, goes back behind the net to set things up. So Jim, those are all stats that are kept in the girls lacrosse, right after the draw. That draw control, who controls the ball afterwards. Those ground balls we were talking about earlier, that sometimes the Hawks struggle with, but getting better as the season goes on.
Yeah, unlike, oh, we got our first. Looks like we're gonna get our first yellow card of the game.
So our first penalty here.
We've got a check to the head. So we've got number 22 from Miamisburg coming out for 2 minutes. Kennedy Mickelberry, a senior midi. So Hawks will be man up for the next 2 minutes. And with the clock stopping after every goal, if they play their cards right, they can really cash in on some points here.
There you go. And speaking of cards, you saw the referee bring out a yellow card for a minor penalty, as Jim was saying, 2 minutes. There's the shot and goal by number 3, Kaya Lamb. And Kaya gets on the board. So Hawks sharing the ball around. And I have to say something about that, Jim. Looking at the stats for today's game, Hawks do a very good job of distributing the ball around. We don't have any ball hogs. Some girls have a little bit higher numbers than others just because of the positions that they play and the plays that are set up. But you can see a pretty even distribution across this program, unlike looking at other teams where you just have 2 people scoring all the goals. These girls really do distribute the ball around. A lot of assists, love giving out the apples. And you kind of see it here today as we have multiple scores already on the board at 7-0.
Yeah, I like to say that you make more friends getting assists than goals. So you always want your players to be able to move that ball around, share the love. Everybody gets some points on the goal. It's only going to help your team in the long run.
Absolutely.
There we go, another draw control by number 11, Alyssa Cleland.
And you are very familiar with our leading goal scorer and assist lead. As your daughter Poppy leads the team in both of those and does pretty well overall in the GMC at number 4 in goals and number 2 in assists. And that just hats off to her and the other teammates and the senior leadership here and the coaching, right? They get this ball around and spread it out. We saw that as well down at West. There's a knockdown.
A little bit of a push there, so
Kyle
ball
Lamb.
move back to the 12-meter. Number 12 from Miamisburg have to move 4 meters away. Whistle start.
So that was Jaden Hall on the foul. And
high pass and a shot by number 40, Amelia Lauber.
Nice setup there, as we were just talking about. Kaya has the ball at the 12, gets it over to Amelia. Amelia has a rocket shot, and can't wait to see as she gets stronger and smarter in the game as a senior next year, just going to dominate. So like we said, we've got a lot of juniors, a lot of sophomores on this team, and a handful of seniors that we'll see depart this year.
Yeah, speaking about Amelia's shot, it is a rocket. That's one time I do not envy being the goalie.
Right.
When you get somebody with a shot like that that's coming in at you.
Yeah, if I'm a goalie down there, I'm padded up, man, like the Miamisburg goalie there. I would not be taking those. Same type of ball as the boys, right? So nothing different there.
Yeah,
color.
About the only similarities between the 2 games are the ball and the net. Girls' sticks are different from the boys, obviously different equipment.
Yep.
Pads, helmets, boys, none of that for the girls.
Yep.
And those rules are a little bit different as well because of the different equipment types.
The netting and the pocket on the boys' sticks are really deep. They can get way down in there, and they can wind up from Alabama to Michigan and toss that thing in there. So, yeah, those are some big keys, like you said, Jim, in the game. Now, Amelia with the ball behind the goal, and looks like she got fouled by number 34, Carly Roberts of the Vikings.
Moving back to that dot area. Oh, pass a
little hot there. Comes all the way up to midfield. Rebecca trying to get that between a couple of defenders and has a little foul. But, we'll talk about that, Jim, right? You got a fast break going and you make that small minor infraction there. Allows your teammate to kind of all catch back up and get that D back into position as Caroline scoops that missed pass. Rebecca gets the ground ball, looks around. Takes a check.
Yeah, a little bit of a shove there.
Goes around, looking around, sees her teammate off to the side. That was, I believe, Izzy. Up to Amelia, and she's going to take it all the way down. This is something kind of new, Jim, where Amelia's taking the ball all the way down around behind X there, setting things up.
Yeah, and just giving some opportunity for the offense to catch up, set something up.
So here's a
little bit of a push in the back there on number 18, Aurora Hutchins. So she's setting up on the dot.
She comes in, looks, nice pass to Alyssa. She takes a big hit, not called. There's another hit in the head. That's going to draw a card, I think.
Yep. Anytime we get these yellow cards, clock stops, allows the officials time to administer it, make sure they're calling out the right player, making the right call, writing down the numbers.
So, yeah, Jim, talk about that. In girls lacrosse, the clock continuously runs except for on scores, right?
Correct.
And penalties.
Penalties, not just any penalty. It's got to be one of those cardable offenses. Stops on injuries. A few other small instances, but those are the main ones.
So on that yellow card, number 12 for the Vikings will go to the sideline into the quote-unquote penalty box for 2 minutes, and the Vikings will play a person down. And this is the Hawks' opportunity on a quote-unquote power play, right? Where it's being what we call man up.
Yeah, so you're trying to move the ball around, trying to find that coverage where it's one on none, and you're able to get that quick, easy goal.
So Kaya Lamb goes in there, gets tied up, and loses the ball, and the Miamisburg goalie picks it up.
So that is Miamisburg's second yellow. If they get a total of 4 for the team, they then have to play the balance of the game man down. So obviously, if you're a coach, you're trying to avoid that as much as possible.
Absolutely, and
keep your full roster out there.
And for an actual player, you can only get 2 cards in a game, right? And then you have to sit out. We saw that Thursday night down at the West game where one of their key players got 2 yellow cards and had to sit for most of the nice shot and stop by Caroline King. As
Haley Witt, number 21, scoops up the ball.
And comes around. And
crease wrap.
And the Miamisburg score, number 20.
21, Hallie Witt.
Hallie Witt comes around, gets the loose ball after the initial block by Caroline. Stop. And Hawks looked a little unsettled. I don't think they knew who scooped the ball and who had the ball there. And she just kind of curled around the net and
good vision.
Throw it on in there.
Good vision on Hallie, being able to recognize that there was no defender picking her up. So able to just keep going right around that crease and take that shot and score.
So now we're at 8-1 at 5:26 in the second. And just as you said, on a score, clock stops. 5:26 goes to the draw. Aurora's in there on the draw. And the ball's up. They crash in to scoop. And Miamisburg has a little life here after that goal and gets a draw right away.
Yeah, being man down seems to
be
able to give them a little bit of urgency on the situation.
And I forgot about that, too. That's right. That was a shorthanded goal by them, being a man down with someone in the box. Now the Hawks get it up field quickly, and they do not have numbers, as Addie Daly will just set up shop, look around, wait for her teammates to come down, finds Lamb. She makes a dodge, a shot, and I think they're going to call shooting space on that.
Yeah, I believe so.
And that's
Miamisburg. They were making sure they were taking away that fast break. They were keeping all 4 defenders back, making sure that stop the ball, let the rest of the defenders come down. But penalty in the process.
Smart play on there. She gets a shot saved by the goalie, but Lamb picks up her own rebound.
No goal, though. No
and
goal.
They're going to say
crease
she was
violation.
in the crease. Yeah.
Crease violation.
Yeah, I don't know if we got a shot of that, guys, but we'll show there how Kaya made that shot here. And it comes in, and then she goes in and shoots.
She had a couple feet
Yeah.
There on the far side of the crease.
So just gets that toe. She was trying to tiptoe around it, but I think she got a little help from behind, and referee calls in the crease, so they'll call that goal off as the Hawks pick up another turnover. I don't know if that's considered an interception there or not, Jim.
It looked like she dropped it, so I would count that as a turnover and not an interception.
So anything that's picked off in the air is an interception, and anything that isn't. As the Hawks look around the offensive circle here. Nice pass over to
number 18
Aurora Hutchins from her captain, senior teammate, Alyssa Cleland. And that takes it up to 9-1. And we're going to get
Miamisburg.
Yeah.
They'll take some time, figure out what's going on their defense, see what they need to do to
Coach
stop.
John West for the Miamisburg Vikings says, hold on, let's talk about this as they go down 9-1. And again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to the Hawks Nest on this special Saturday afternoon ladies lacrosse broadcast. And a very special day, too, as it's a charity day. Everything today is purple and white for Alzheimer's Association and the longest day. All proceeds at the gate, selling T-shirts, raffles. This is something that the new head coach here for Lakota East ladies lacrosse decided on.
Yeah, Jock Roeder in his first year here at East wanted to make sure he changed the culture a little bit and make sure the girls know that it's not all about them, that they're giving back to the community and the larger world.
Absolutely love it. Yeah, they did a team building, and this thing all happened. They did a team building event back in the fall at the Alzheimer's Walk in Westchester, which is where Coach Jock was able to meet some of the coordinators there, and we've got some inside contact by a couple of moms there too, with Mrs. Upton, and was able to get this thing all scheduled up and set up and planned, and just a great event, like you said, something for the girls to know it's not always about them. It's about things that they can do in the community and things that they can take from sports into their personal lives. And just hats off to the ladies lacrosse team for all this today.
All right, so it looks like timeout is winding up. Girls are getting back out onto the field. We'll see with Miamisburg if they're able to make some adjustments, slow down the Hawks a little bit, and get their own offense firing on all cylinders.
And we'll shout out there. You'll see Coach Jay Kanowski. He does the defense. He's been around here for a while. A big part of this ladies lacrosse program over the years. Big Coach Kaz handles the defense. And then our lady coaches were Katie Kelly and Kenzie. Now, Kenzie just got married recently, right? So Kenzie Osler is the other two assistant coaches. So program on the uprise, Jim, I think for the ladies.
Absolutely.
You know, this is a sport that was not a varsity sport just a few years ago here at Lakota, both on the boys and girls side, right? And come a long way just in a few years, and put in very competitive program out on the field now.
Yeah, I believe it was like 2018. The sport was recognized by the state of Ohio. 2017, 2018, and right around that same time is when it became a varsity sport here.
Nice play by Izzy coming from behind. Now they're going to call that.
It looked like probably going through the sphere, a little too close to the player's head.
So number 3 for the Vikings has that. Shoots. That was Bella Martin. But Caroline King with the big stop again, and that's going to help her with her saves.
Big clear up to number 6, Calla Gherkin. And she just turned around, pass it right up to Addie Daly, transition that ball quickly up the field.
And Addie's just been a machine as she makes a nice pass and a shot by number 18. That is Aurora Hutchins again with the score.
So that was that quick assist that we were talking about. She got the ball and saw their teammate cutting. Here we go on the replay. Yep, just passed right into the cutting teammate. Nobody was on her. Able to get that quick shot and score.
So Aurora gets her second goal. Yes, top cheddar there. And Addie picks up that assist and puts an apple on the chart next to her name along with her other 4 goals. So big day again for her. I think she was about 5 goals and an assist or 2 on Thursday night. So picking right back up where she left off after playing the West Firebirds down at Lakota West on Thursday. Big win for the Lakota East program.
Yeah, absolutely.
On that. And they had won the 2 nights before that against Oak Hills. So they're on a good streak here of late, coming towards the end of the season.
Draw control by East. Again, bringing the ball down on the offensive end.
And Stills picks that up, goes to Daly. So 2 minutes left in this half as the Hawks control the ball in their offensive zone patiently as the cutters come through.
Yeah, Miamisburg has that zone defense that they're using right now, just trying to make sure that nobody's gets free to dodge the goal. They're using that adjacent player to slide in and stop those dodges.
Foul there on number 32, Rizzo for the Vikings. And Allie sends it over to Gherkin. We get another call.
Shooting space call. Number 6, Kyle Gherkin could have taken that shot.
So those are good things, bad things, right? We saw that on before where Lamb had a shooting space call. She actually scored on the shot. That gets called off. She goes back to the 8-meter and then went in there and had the crease violation. So there's a shot and a stop by the Vikings goalie.
Yeah, foul there on East, saying crossbody check.
Yep.
I'm sorry, that was through the sphere call. A little too close to the head when coming in on that check, so allowing Miamisburg to get the ball.
So we say there's no huge physical contact, but as you can see, the girls mix it up every now and then. Some bodies flying on the turf, so this is definitely a contact sport, as I like to say. As the Vikings get the ball into the offensive zone.
Yeah, anybody who thinks that girls lacrosse is not a physical sport, dare them to come out and play some of these teams. And
Caroline Vongay brought that in and holds on to the ball right now as she's being ridden by number 12, Kenzie Lamb. So she'll keep the ball. Waiting for starting up. There they go. Over to number 22 for the Vikings. She makes a dodge, looking, loses the ball. And was that a whistle?
Yeah, another sphere call.
Okay.
She was holding that stick in front of her, but the defender's stick, when she was trying to check, was just a little too close to the head. So setting her, it was between the 8 and the 12, so they're setting her up on the 12 to administer that. And pass is a little high.
That is Kennedy McGilvery with the ball there on that foul that started the play for the Vikings. As they come around the 12.
Shooting space.
Shooting space. They take a shot, which Caroline saved. She'd like to have that back.
Going to go to that first inside hash.
So onto that 8-meter circle. Number 42 for the Vikings lines up. Dodges in there, gets
a little bit of
contact from behind.
Contact before able to get that shot off. So they'll set it up and re-administer.
So Cameron Vongay there for the Lady Vikings. Going to go back to the same spot, try it all over again. As they take the shot, and this time she gets the bouncer to get by King. So Caroline saves the first one. Second chance, she gets the bouncer to get by. And that's a second goal by the Lady Vikings and makes it 10-2. We were getting to that dangerously close. Now that's in the second half, right, Jim, where if the score is more than 10 points.
It's actually at any point
in the game.
Once we get the 10-point goal differential, the clock does not stop on goals going forward. It'll still stop on injuries, cards, but for goals, it'll just continue.
So now 10-2, so we're got that 8-goal cushion there, and kind of like to see more lacrosse than less lacrosse. As there's the end of the first half. Your Lady Hawks up 10-2 over the Miami Vikings.
Find your story at Metro Parks of Butler County.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Hawks Nest here at Lakota East High School as we have a treat this afternoon. Ladies lacrosse, your ladies Hawks are up 10-2 over the Miamisburg Vikings here on Charity Day, Jim, as everything today is purple and white, all about Alzheimer's disease and the cure for that and the longest day. And we just want to shout out to the ladies lacrosse team for coming up with this idea and hosting this charity event today to recognize all of our patients and caregivers and family members here. There's some in the stands here watching today all about Alzheimer's disease. And just want to give a shout out to Story Point Senior Living, who's one of the big sponsors of today. Headline Sports, who helped us with the T-shirts and donated a bunch of the proceeds of those T-shirts so that we can sell those as a charity event and raise money for today's cause. That was those T-shirts, again, we talked about earlier, designed by one of our own team members here. Lady Hawks, Poppy Wallbank, designed that for today's event, and so we just want to shout out to her and her skills. And then, of course, Westchester TV, that you guys are getting to watch this game today live here in the Hawks Nest as the ladies are up, as I said, 10-2, Jim, and so far, first half looking pretty good for the Lady Hawks.
Yeah, not too bad. And I do want to say first, before we get into the game, that Poppy does not get her artistic capability from me. If she had mine, it'd be stick figures on that shirt. So
yeah,
definitely gets that from her mom's side.
Yeah, I don't know if we can. You get to the scores table down there, guys. You can zoom in on the shirt, the design there. The coaches are all wearing them. The girls wore them in their warm-ups.
Yeah, before the game, there was a great picture of the whole entire East and Miamisburg teams together. East had all their shirts on, so it was good to see that both teams coming together to help bring awareness to this horrible disease.
Absolutely. As we like to say, this is a friendly rivalry sport, and it is. As things do get physical sometimes on the field, the girls are learning a little something today about charity, giving back. And as you mentioned earlier, Jim, it's not always about them and what they need. It's also about what they learn in these sports from each other, from their coaches, about being a good student of the community and giving back too. As Miamisburg grabs a quick early goal here in the second half.
Again, good vision by number 21, Hallie Witt from Miamisburg. She got that ball down low, saw the cutter, number 42, coming from the top, and was able to feed that ball to her. Pass was a little high, but she was able to snag it. And
Cameron Von Gay was the goal scorer there for the Miamisburg Vikings. And that brings the score 10-3 here, just at the beginning of the second half here at 10:39 mark. And making this a nice little game here. The Hawks got onto a big jump. I think they were up 7-8-0 there before the Vikings were able to score first. And they scored that first one on shorthanded, and that kind of gave them a spark and slowly trying to climb back into the game here. But so far, the Lady Hawks in control here on this beautiful, balmy Saturday afternoon.
Miamisburg able to get that draw there. Little fouls, so they're able to establish possession, move it down, and start their offense.
As they look in there, take a shot, and wide of the net will make the note here that Abby Upton, now in the cage, sophomore goalkeeper here with steady regular time here on the varsity level. Her and Caroline King share that. Caroline the junior, Abby the sophomore. So the Hawks are looking really good at the goalkeeper spot for the next couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. Both strong goalies. I do not envy Jock being able to pick between the two in order to get them in the cage.
Absolutely, and they share time very well, as we're going to get
yellow card.
Foul.
Yellow card. Number 20, Rebecca Royce.
Gets the yellow card. Looks like she probably tapped the head there. Was a head contact probably with the stick.
Yep. Any contact to the head with a stick is an automatic mandatory card. Doesn't matter if it's, brushing against somebody's face. It's still that contact, and it's still going to be a card.
So at 9:41, the Hawks will go man down, and Miamisburg will go on the power play as they try to do the jump stop there, and Abby Upton with a great save.
Another good feed, but better save by Abby Upton.
And now the Hawks are on the run here, man down, as Amelia had the ball and off running, and she gets fouled from behind. She'll scoop that back up in the offensive zone. Again, that 30-yard line is the beginning of the offensive zone. So those of you that just dialing in, maybe not too familiar with the game, we'll help you out with that. As that's where the offensive zone starts for the ladies' game. As Amelia makes a couple of dodges, looks to come inside the circle. Nothing there. Oh, fine. Saw Addie.
That is going to be another yellow. Dangerous shot. Ball propelled into another player. Again, another automatic yellow. Doesn't matter how hard or soft that it is.
So Hawks will
hit
be
players with the ball.
Down 2, right? Down two. So now they're going to have to really go into the defensive mode here with 8:51 and still another whole minute on Rebecca's penalty before she gets back in. There'll just be a man down. And so Hawks need to try to keep this down here in their offensive zone as much as they can and go like to a zone there, right? Try to keep Miamisburg on this side of the 50 as much as they can, but they do a quick pass up to midfield. And another pass up is we're going to have to get back on some defense and get some numbers here as Reese Smith bumps her out, and that's a great defensive play. And just
shooting space call.
And we can have those all day long, right? So that's one of those advantages. You get in that shooting space, preferably at the 12-meter, not the 8, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And here's a lot of time running off the clock here as everything gets set up. Izzy kind of running around the circle there as Rebecca's penalty is just about over. And there's a great stop by Abby Upton, and the Vikings get and another save.
Yeah, sometimes those penalties that slow the ball down, they're not necessarily a bad thing because they allow your goalie to get set.
And a great up by
read where that shot is taking place.
Great up by Abby over to
so let's see
Macomb Sanders.
East tries to score, or they try to kill some of these penalties.
I'd like to see him kill some penalties, but Addie Daly goes in there, takes a pop on the head, and she's grabbing her ponytail there. Nothing called, but the ball squeaks in. Yes, Jim, you got it. I don't know if we got a replay on that one. Boy, she went in there. Here we go. Oh, yeah, there you can see her grabbing her head right there. Looking for the foul, but nothing called. But she gets the goal nonetheless, and shorthanded goal at that. And puts the Lady Hawks up at 11-3 here with 7:47 left in the third. So
Hawks are setting up the draw.
That's all right.
Whenever you're a man down, or in this instance, two men down, you're trying to protect your defensive end as much as possible.
So goal there by Addie Daly on the short-handed. She gets the draw there.
One card is released. Here comes Rebecca back on, so now we're only a man down.
Hawks just one man down now, as Jim points out, as she gets back in. And that's always good to have a D back in when you're down. So.
Oh, another card looks like.
And this one's going to go on Miamisburg.
Stick-to-head contact. So that is Miamisburg, their third yellow card.
Yep.
So we're getting awfully close to that fourth card where you have to be a man down for the rest of the game.
So that was on Haley Rizzo. She'll go to the box. And so now playing even. Both teams a man down. So Addie Daly starts things up for the Hawks. Looking around, she had the last goal. That was her 5th on the day. As Gurka, nice dodge there to go back towards the middle and gets a shooting space call. She'll jump out to the 8-meter. Looks like she's trying to learn that Amelia Lauber side shot. She fakes it.
A little push
gets
there.
Pushed from behind.
And there we go.
So now the Hawks get their other player released. And number 40, Amelia Lauber, comes back in. And now the Hawks are man up. Nice. Oh, that was a great idea as Amelia comes in and Gherkin tries to shoot it over to her. Just a little hot and a turnover. And the Vikings will pick that ball back up. So number 34 started that off for the Vikings. Carly Roberts.
Addie Daly with the ground ball.
Goes back and shot, and a nice save by the Vikings goalie there. As Addie's been pretty much scoring at will here today, getting some squeakers and some great shots as well. And the Vikings goalie comes up with that one. And now
fast break.
Fast
one
break.
on two.
And now Rebecca gets back to 1-on-3, and Abby gets another big save and a quick up too. Great ups today by our goalies. Really just finding the open person at midfield and getting the ball upfield really quick with some great passes. Oh, speaking of passes.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah, and there it comes. Vikings make a good pass there. Just beyond midfield. Then they get it into the offensive zone. As nice D there.
Another shooting space
by
call.
Samantha Sharp.
Looks like number 1 Reese Smith got the shooting space just a little too far away from the girl she was defending when she got the ball. So shooting space, you have to be further than a stick length away from the girl with the ball.
So that'll put her on the 8-meter for the Vikings on the right side. And she didn't look like she was looking for something, looking for the pass right away.
Yeah, that's a hard angle for a righty to shoot all the way over there.
Yeah, Bella Martin there.
So Smart just passing it back out.
And now the Vikings try to dodge in there. Reese playing tough D. Shot goes wide of the cage.
Trying to do the question mark dodge there by number 21, Hallie Witt. Didn't quite work.
So now we're under 5 minutes here in the third. Hawks still up 11-3 here in the Hawks Nest on Charity Day. Again, want to shout out to Westchester TV. You guys can check them out on YouTube and Spectrum here local, and a couple of other opportunities to watch this live and or go back and watch. And just thank the guys for being out here today, and especially our camera guys up dealing with a little bit of windy balminess on the roof, giving you these great shots.
Pass by Miamisburg, a little too high, went out of bounds. East has the ball, moving it back into their offensive end.
Lamb now with the ball, looking to dodge. Miamisburg pretty much been playing that zone defense and trying to shut things down as the Hawks are trying to find the seams, kind of just like in basketball.
Yeah, there hasn't been too many dodges from the top, so obviously that zone's been working for them, so it looks like they're going to stick with it.
Aurora scoops that ground ball up. Looks to dodge, comes around, makes some space, takes a shot, and a goal. So Aurora on a mission there to score, and she gets the job done.
Yep.
And stretches the lead 12-3 for the Hawks.
Aurora had a nice little fake pass. Was able to freeze that defender. We'll see if we can see that here. And there it is, fake pass, and then is able to dodge around those defenders and take that nice shot.
Shot and the goal. So 12-3 with 3:19 left in the third. As now she'll get the honors. Is that Aurora, I think, in the draw circle there? I think she gets the honors now. Lamb and Cleveland on the outside circle of the draw. They come in looking to win, and she wins her own draw.
Yeah. Nice high jump, trying to get that ball at the highest point.
And
bad pass. Turnover.
Yep,
Miamisburg's got the ball now.
Got to try to reduce those going forward, right? The turnovers are up there. Hawks have 62 coming in today on the season, and as they go in deeper into conference play and then into the tournament, they want to try to eliminate those turnovers, increase those ground balls and draws, and stay out of the box, and things happen successfully for you in this game. So.
Yeah, it's amazing. You think of ground balls is probably the most boring part of the game for lacrosse, but it can take you a long way. If you got a team with a couple girls, I like to call them hoovers because they just suck up anything off the ground. They're just human vacuums. They get those ground balls. That just gives you opportunity after opportunity.
So Miamisburg with the ball on their offensive zone, trying to run a little offense themselves, go around behind the net at X, swing all the way around the 8-meter. Number 21 takes the shot for the Vikings.
Hallie Witt.
Hallie Witt, but Abby Upton with another big save on the shot. And ball comes out to midfield. They're going to call Miamisburg ball. They get it into the offensive zone, just beyond that 30-yard line.
Yeah, it's definitely looked like number 21, Hallie Witt from Miamisburg. She's been kind of their offensive general. It seems like a lot of their offense is going to run through her, either through shots.
Yep, there's a free
and/or assists.
20.
Pass just a little off target. Otherwise, it was going to be a nice clean shot.
And I think we had a breakdown there because they let Hallie just run all around the net completely free and almost came around before one of the defenders was able to come over and.
Good legal check.
And I think we got a player down there. I think there was some incidental contact as the play went forward there, and I think that's Reese.
Yeah, it looks like number 1, Reese Smith.
I didn't see what happened. I don't know if we have a replay there. After the shot there, it looked like just people spinning around to go upfield, and there was some incidental contact made.
Yeah, because I saw where the turnover occurred behind the net, where number 11, Alyssa Cleland, had checked the ball away, but did not see what happened there with Reese.
So Coach Jacques out there along with the trainer. I think that's Adam from Beacon. Can't say enough about the trainers here from Beacon at Lakota East and what they do with the kids and these athletes. They keep them in as healthy as they can and get them back on the fields and courts. So there's a great shot of how the strong the wind is out there. It's pretty nice here in the booth today, but little balmy out on the field and in the stands, but I don't think the fans are concerned with that. We'll take a little wind over rain any day, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Lakota East sitting here a little bit of a high point and close to the highway, so we get our fair share of wind coming through here. So it's nice that it's on a
and you can
warm
see
75-degree day.
Reese looks like she's okay, and the trainer's going to check her out. I think she just got caught up with somebody spinning around, and they made some contact, and I think she got hit in the noggin there, either by somebody's shoulder or stick. And
yeah, you never want to see injuries on either side of the team. You want to see these girls
absolutely
happy, healthy, and able to finish the season.
Absolutely. So 1:14 left here in the third. Hawks up 12-3 after the injury timeout. I believe that the Miamisburg will have we have the ball over on the far side. Couple of substitutions there, looks like, for the Hawks. We'll try to catch up with those. On the midi there, looks like number 16 or 18, can't know. Trying to pick up the number there, Jim, at the 40 there, who came in for the Hawks.
Yeah, that is Mackenzie.
Yes, number 16.
Playing defense, subbing in for Reese.
So Hawks in the offensive zone. There's a big check. And that'll put her on the 8-meter. And there's a good example of this is a contact sport, folks. Don't think it's not. And there's a nice shot.
Calla Gherkin with the rocket.
Gherkin. I said she looks like she's been trying to mirror Amelia Lauber there with that shot, and she pulls one off and fires a rocket in there for the 13th goal here for the Hawks.
Yeah, Calla, not the biggest player on the field, so I know when that contact occurred, there's some physics going on that knocked her down, but she was able to capitalize on that 8-meter positioning and get that shot off.
And there's our PA announcer down there. Best in the business here. Todd Upton, if you come into the Hawks Nest, his best voice on the east side here, and controls the mid-game songage.
So with that goal, we are a 10-goal differential, so it's now a running clock. as long as we're at that 10 goals. So we'll
And
see if they can get this draw off before time
I was
expires.
going to say, might end the third here before that draw, but they just get it off, and there it is. So at the end of 3, it's 13-3, your Lady Hawks. So at the end of 3 quarters here, your Lady Hawks are up 13-3. Welcome back to the Hawks Nest here at Lakota East High School here on a beautiful, balmy Saturday afternoon, Jim. And the Lady Hawks are well in control of this first ever charity game here at the Hawks Nest as we're recognizing the Alzheimer's Association and the longest day here in a give back game. That is something special. The first time ever. Coach Jock said he's done this at other places. It comes in here as a new East varsity coach and wanted to do something special here with this particular group. And I can't find a better cause personally, as one of my best friends suffers from this disease, than to recognize and raise money for Alzheimer's.
Yeah, absolutely. My wife's uncle also suffers from it. It's horrible disease, and you hate to see what it does to the individuals that have it, but you also can't forget the caregivers that are out there taking care of those people that have it and what they have to deal with on a daily basis.
Absolutely. I told you my buddy Tim has it, and his wife Lynn, who is best friends with my wife, and you can't find people any stronger than that do this. It's a brutal disease. It's something that I never thought I'd have to see, and it is just really rough. And like you said, the girls put down here today, they're announcing some of the raffles right now that they were raising money for. But some of the girls here for the Lakota East Lady Hawks, recognizing people that they know, from Aunt Betty to Grandma Fusen to Uncle Joe Wallbank there, and Amelia Lauber's Uncle Alan, and Caroline King, Aunt Tina, Abigail Upton, Grandma Grease, Alyssa Cleveland, Aunt Betty. All these girls listed somebody here that they know that is affected by this disease and why they're playing today. So something really special here. We want to shout out to Westchester Cable TV for allowing us to announce this game and getting this out into the community of what happens here at East and the East way of giving back to, and not just all about the kids in sports here. So really special day as the Lady Hawks take that draw and control it and take it into the offensive zone. And like we said at the beginning of the fourth quarter here, it is 13-3. And I believe we'll be at that running clock, right, Jim?
You got it. And also looking out on the field, I see Reese Smith back out. So it looks like whatever happened to her, I think it was maybe some contact to her head, maybe some incidental contact. Looks like she's okay.
Yep.
Was checked out by the trainer and able to continue. Always
good to hear and see the kids back on the field, like you were saying. Never want to see anyone, home team or opposing, ever get hurt in any of these contests, whether it's lacrosse, football, basketball, you name it. So great to see that. And like I said, Beacon guys here are really top on that and making sure they check out these student athletes. As
8-meter shot by East, a little high, but East was able to back up that shot. Kyle Gherkin bringing it back in.
Kaya Lamb taking that after she got knocked to the turf. And
shot by Eddie Daly. Goalie was able to stop it.
Addie takes a shot there. Now big clear by the goalie, but a little too far, and that's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be East ball.
Number 44, the goalie, Kayla Cole.
That one
little hot, little big on that clear.
That one made it past the nets, and I think it's headed out to the parking lot. So a souvenir for somebody walking by out there in the parking lot.
Turnover. Miamisburg able to get the ball back, though, from East.
Yep. As they get the turnover, but then make the foul, set things back up, and defense is able to retreat back in as Miamisburg comes in to the circle. Looking around, number 42 with the ball. That's Cameron Von Gay. She's had the ball quite a few times. Shooting space, as Jim just said.
Number 21, Haley Witt, again, getting that offense going. Taking the top hash. Looks like the call was on number 11, Alyssa Cleveland.
And she'll be at that 8-meter with the free possession. And the whistle goes. She takes the shot, and a big save by Abby Upton. Our goalies have gotten really good here in the last couple of games. Big saves they've been coming up with, and today both Caroline and Abby just really protecting the pipes there.
Kella Gherkin using her size. Again, not the biggest player, but she was able to duck in underneath that double pressure.
Yep.
And be able to make it some space. The pass was a little wild.
Looking for her senior captain, Aurora, cutting through the middle there and gets, like you said, a little wild. And there's a wild throw there by the Vikings.
Sam Sharp able to get that ground ball.
Senior Sam Sharp
another
scoops
high
it.
pass. Yeah, it's those little mistakes, they add up in a game. You want to make sure you control those, and hit those targets.
And in a game like today, a non-conference game that you're up by 10, coach doesn't get too upset about those as Gherkin makes a beeline in there, gets knocked to the turf. Nothing called there.
No call.
And I think that was a save by the goalie. I don't know for sure if that went off the side or what with all the contact. As the Vikings get the ball back, bringing it up across midfield. As Lamb makes her put the brakes on and passes. And now Vikings are bringing it into the offensive zone. But, yeah, we're going to say, in a non-conference game up 10, Jim, that's okay. Coach doesn't get too excited. But when you're playing those tough conference games, when you're playing Mason and Sycamore and that other Lakota team, those become big turnovers at times. Like we were saying last night or a Thursday night, it's a down 4 goals and you come back. Every turnover is special.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to, just like in any sport, you want to control your turnovers. You want to keep those errors from happening, but you want to make sure that you can get the turnovers from the other team. That just gives you additional opportunities. Try to get the ball in the back of the net.
Madeline's still there with the ball. She goes over to Alyssa Cleveland. She's got the ball, looking around. I think she has a goal already for the day. Looking for some more. She charges in there and gets shooting space as that zone defense collapse on her quickly.
Yep. Use a little bit of, again, a fake pass, help freeze that defense, allow her to turn the angle and get that shooting space.
She starts at the 8, does the jump shot, and it just goes wide of the net. Now it's hanging right around the crease.
Goalie scoops it up.
Everybody doing
Number
a good.
44, Kayla Cole.
There's a wide throw. No, they got somebody in the backfield that time to pick up. Long clear out.
Let's see if they try to push their advantage or they slow things down. Oh, they're going.
Yep. Going right in there.
Oh, looks like a high check in the head neck area.
Yeah.
Again, that's going to be automatic yellow card every single time. It's on number 23, Sam Sharp. That is now East's 3rd yellow.
So Sam goes off to the box for 2 minutes here at the 6:50 mark. So she'll be out for 2 straight minutes, and Hawks will go man down, and Miamisburg will have the advantage here, starting off with a free possession at the 8-meter. Looks like that's number 8 for the Vikings. She goes in there, tries to look for a shot, doesn't come out. And
had a little bit of incidental stick-to-stick contact, and ball rattled out of her stick. Again, the girls' sticks aren't nearly as deep as boys, so you got to protect that stick. at all times.
So Alyssa West was in there. That was the number 8 for the Vikings, making that move and came up shorthanded.
Now we got a new sub coming in, number 13, Mia Park.
Mia currently with the ball.
Mia is a hockey player, so she knows all about contact.
Yeah.
Playing through it.
Just going to say I think we were offsides there.
Looked like number 7, Maddie Still.
Yep, so
a little late to get back.
First time we saw that today, so 1 too many in the offensive zone, not 4 back behind the 30. We were offsides. They'll keep, somehow we are going to keep the ball. Maybe they didn't see it, Jim. Maybe only you and I saw that. So we dodged the the offsides. And Gherkin takes it in, tries to go into Hutchings. And
like a crossbody check, so that's going to give her a spot on the 8-meter.
And number 18, the senior, Aurora, will start there. She goes in, comes left, right, and shoots top shelf for another goal for the Lady Hawks.
Good shot by Aurora. She was drifting till the goalie's left, shot back to her right. It's hard to stop that ball as a goalie because your momentum's taking you to one side and the shot's going back towards the other. So good shot choice by Aurora.
So 14-3 now, and that you'll see that clock still rolling and running here as we make the possession change to the draw circle. Normally that would stop, but down that many, and we get a lot of subs coming in right now. A couple of more for the Hawks. Looks like 16 McKenzie came back in on defense for the Hawks.
So we've got number 17, Sydney Stowe in.
Michaela Griffin came in for defense for the Lady Hawks. So both teams doing a couple of subs here late in the game. Getting some other players in, getting them some time and some minutes here at the varsity level. Always a good thing. Good thing when you're on the right side of that, being the Lady Hawks up 14-3 right now. And
little push.
Who
Another
took
new
that? Olivia
number
Fisher?
4. Yeah, Olivia.
Took that draw. As the Hawks ladies look for a quick score there, come up a little short. Sydney Stoke scoops that, number 17. And Lady Vikings providing the D here. Parks going. Nice pass to number 4.
Oh, it snuck in there too.
Nice.
Barely crossed that goal line.
That was Parks to Olivia Fisher.
Correct, yeah. Couple sophomores. Sophomore and a freshman.
Yeah, so nice apple for assist by Mia. And like you said, she knows all about that, playing girls hockey for the Columbus Blue Jackets. So, and Mia today playing for Grandma Fushin there. We want to shout that out.
Couple new defensive subs. I see we've got number 45, Zelina, and we've got number 31, Anna Corelli, in the game.
So I think pretty much all starters are out now for the Hawks. Now up 15-3 on this beautiful Saturday afternoon here again at Lakota East Hawks Nest for Alzheimer Day here. Charity game. You've heard us talking about this all game if you're just tuning in. So girls are all about giving back today on this first time ever girls charity game for Alzheimer's Association. And just want to shout out again to Westchester Cable for broadcasting this, and to Story Point Senior Living as being a big sponsor of today's events, along with Headline Sportswear, who did the shirts that were designed by one of our own, Poppy Wallbank, Lady Hawk on the lacrosse team here. And I don't know if you guys can zoom in there, potentially somebody get a shot of the score table there of the shirts that look pretty cool with the logo on the back and today's both teams' names on there and the date of today's event.
Miamisburg's got the ball down on their offensive end. Oh, good save.
There's a
by
shot,
Abby
another
Upton.
save by Abby Upton. So there you go. You see those nice shirts designed with the logo, the Alzheimer logo, and the both teams' names on there and today's date. Kind of special event
Some lacrosse
here.
sticks.
The girls wore all those in the warm-ups. They were on sale today too for part of the charitable earnings to give to the association. So just hats off to the Lady Hawks and all the parents and people that were involved with today to make this happen. Just a really special, neat event here that the Lady Hawks are doing the East Way.
A little bit of a wide pass by Olivia Fisher to number 36, Ellie Singer.
And now we hit the 1 minute mark. 1 minute left in the contest
Able to
here.
get the ball back.
As the Hawks
Big
go
pass.
through and trying to find their way through. Number 17.
Good save, though, by 44 from
Yes.
Miamisburg.
Goalie makes a great save there. Struggling a little bit on her clears today. Getting a little too long and then tossing it out of bounds as the ball goes down the track. Mackenzie grabs that one before it starts to head out to the parking lot.
Yeah, definitely like to see on the clears both teams kind of spread out a little bit more, give you a little bit more space for that goalie to work with.
Yeah. So Mackenzie brings it up, tosses it up field. It's going to run down the sidelines and straight to number 4.
Olivia Fisher.
Fisher. And Fisher over to number 36.
Nice
And
pass.
the big goal right here at the end before the buzzer.
Pretty sure that's number 36's Ellie Singer's
Yes.
first varsity goal.
Freshman varsity goal for her. And that'll end the contest here at the Hawks Nest. Your Lady Hawks 16-3 over the Miamisburg Vikings here on Charity Day. Jim, thanks for being in the booth.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody, and have a great day.